Welcome to the video. I am in Austin, Texas. I was here for the BPN Ambassador weekend, and that was this past weekend. I didn't get any footage because I just wanted to be super present, but I can't even express how much I was expecting it to be an incredible experience, but it was honestly mind-blowing to meet all these amazing people, high energy, tons of motivation, inspiration, and just good vibes overall. I cannot wait for the next one. And it was just really cool to meet the people that I've met on social media over the past couple years. But the main purpose of this video is to show you guys how you can meal prep without needing to cook at all. Don't even need a microwave. Microwave will be optional, but it's not needed. Nutrition does not have to be complicated. You can be extremely lazy some weeks, but stay completely on track. And I'm going to show you 3 meals that I'm having over these next few days without having to cook. And it's super satisfying. So let's dive right into it. Breakfast right now, it is, well, my watch broke yesterday, so this is my Whoop band now, which I moved from my right wrist to my left. But breakfast, it's 10:30-ish, I think. So that's when I'm gonna have my first meal. I typically eat between 11 and noon for the first meal, but I'm hungry a little bit earlier today. For meal number 1, if you've been following me on Instagram over the past month or two, you may have seen me make something very similar. So what we got is plain non-fat Greek yogurt. Make sure it's Greek so you can get in enough protein. And also, I'm not tracking anything right now. I'm just eyeballing stuff and eating based off of what I've learned through tracking in the past. So I'm definitely going to be getting in enough protein for my specific goals. And I'm just kind of enjoying life right now, but also eating quality foods, ensuring I get enough nutrients, protein, carbs, fats to make sure I feel good, as well as fuel myself for my workouts. So we got plain non-fat Greek yogurt. I'm gonna mix in a scoop of BPN chocolate peanut butter whey protein. So in this entire tub, there's 5 servings and there's 17 grams of protein per serving, which means 85 grams in this entire thing. So I'm gonna eyeball 1/3 of that tub each day over the next 3 days. And that's gonna get me almost 30 grams of protein just from that. And then a scoop of this is 25 grams of protein. So I'll be mid-50s from a protein perspective, which is a very good number for me personally to shoot for. Everyone's different and everybody should have their own protein goal based on their body, their weight, and also their body fat percentage, all that good stuff. So all I'm gonna do is mix this all together here. So we got a consistent texture, or a consistent consistency. So that's all mixed together. Now we're gonna add in the banana. So 1 whole banana, that's gonna be about 25 grams of carbs, I know. So carbs, those are gonna be dependent on your goals, your body, all that stuff. So if you are tracking this stuff, I'm gonna give you guys some insight on how you can adjust this meal based on your macronutrient needs, because some of you may not need as much protein, some of you may not need as much carbs, some of you may not need as much fat or calories as I do. So 25 grams-ish of carbs just from this banana. And I don't know about you guys, but when you open your banana, do you open it from the bottom and just bite that? Just get rid of that little butt there and then you're good to go? Or do you open it from the top and mush the top down? That was the past version of myself. Learned a lot over the past 5 years. Okay, gonna add this in. So there you have it. There's the base of this meal. Very simple: yogurt, protein powder, and fruit. You can use obviously any flavor protein powder, and also you can choose your fruit based around that protein powder, because banana went really well with chocolate peanut butter. That's why I went with banana. But if you're doing something like the blueberry muffin flavor, You could have done blueberries. And I'm also gonna have 3 clementines on the side for some extra nutrients, fiber, and also a little bit more carbs. So that's completely dependent on your goals. You don't need these, but you can adjust this meal for your macronutrient goals. So if you need more protein, you could have just added a little bit more Greek yogurt or more protein powder. If you needed less, you could have just did a little bit less of each. And for more carbs, you could have did double banana. You could have did half a banana. You could have did a lower carb type of fruit like blueberries. Banana is one of the higher carb fruits, but you need it. It's good for you. Fiber, nutrients, potassium, good stuff like that. But and for fat, since this is actually a very low fat meal, there might be like 3 grams of fat in this because the protein powder, there's 3 grams of fat in that. But on the side, I'm also gonna have a handful of mixed nuts just to get some healthy fats in there, because fat's super important for hormones, digestion, and just feeling good overall. So a well-balanced meal. We have high protein, good amount of carbs, and some healthy fats. I'm gonna crush this and then start prepping to go for my workout. I'll see you at the gym along with the next meal. Let's go lift, baby! Quick and easy post-workout snack here. Field bar, of course, from BPN. I do like the vegan ones a lot more, but these are still really dang good, so I'm gonna eat this. You can include this in the video, I guess, as meal prep because you don't cook it, but it's just an easy 280 calories. Yeah, 280 calories, 16 grams of protein, super quality ingredients, and yeah, if you need the calories, consume it. Awesome. So I'm gonna eat this, head back, and then I'm gonna eat my next meal right away, so stay tuned for that. Oh yeah. A little melted in the car, but honestly, getting them a little warm makes it a lot better. But still, I like the vegan ones more. They taste like peanut butter, basically. Now it's time for meal number 2 of the zero cooking meal prep. We got basic sandwiches. So we're gonna use a high protein bread. I know a lot of you have probably heard of Dave's Killer bread, which I think there's 5 grams of protein per slice. But guess what? There's also 5 grams of protein in this good old stuff. So don't always fall for the marketing. Look at the nutrition labels for all the different kinds, and you might be surprised at what you find. So I'm gonna use 2 slices of that for this first sandwich. I think I might make 2. So that's 10 grams of protein with some good carbs and fiber in there. I think there was, how many grams of fiber? 3 grams of fiber per slice? Yes, 3 grams of fiber per slice. And then got some deli meat from H-E-B. There's about 12.5 ounces here, and it's all natural. The ingredients are very impressive. Turkey breast, of course, and then water, sea salt, vinegar, lemon juice, olive oil, kosher salt, and black pepper. That's the ingredients. So this is not like a typical deli meat that has all the other crazy ingredients. So it's pretty high quality. It was $12 a pound. So since it was 12.5 ounces, almost, it was a little bit more than 12.5 ounces. It was $9.53, but that's what you're gonna get if you want to simplify things and not have to cook it all. For the convenience, it typically costs a little bit more. So if you don't have the budget for this, then you just got to get better at planning ahead and prepping and cooking. So I'll have, let's see, how much of this should I have? Since there's 2 ounces is 12 grams of protein. And there's 12 ounces in here. I'm gonna eat about half of this. So I didn't plan enough ahead to determine how many days of each thing I should have. I literally bought this food just to give you guys some ideas on what you can make for food while staying completely on track without needing to cook. So I'm gonna eat half of this today and then half tomorrow. It's gonna be basically the same thing tomorrow. Oh yeah, you could tell it's legit, like turkey, like quality. I like it. So let's see, hefty sandwich there. Then we got some Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese is one of the leaner cheeses. 7 grams of fat to 6 grams of protein, which is pretty solid. I think cheddar cheese is like 9 grams of fat to like 7 grams of protein or 6 grams of protein. But mozzarella is actually the leanest, unless you do get one of those reduced fats type of cheese. So I'm gonna add 1 slice of cheese on here. Get a little bit of fat. Like I said, cheese doesn't typically sit well with me, but this isn't that bad. It's okay. And then for more fiber and nutrients, we got carrots. Simple grab and go veggies. Carrots, bell peppers. Trying to think what else. I'm just going blank right now. Celery. There's a ton of grab and go vegetables that do not need to be prepped or cooked. So rely on those, and also fruit. You got the clementines, apple, banana, kiwis, tons of different grab and go type of convenient, nutrient dense foods. So I'm gonna stack up the sandwich here, and just by looking at it, okay, 10 grams of protein from the bread. 1 slice of cheese was 6 grams of protein. So that's 16 plus 36-ish grams of protein. So yeah, it's gonna be well over 50, and I'm honestly gonna have another sandwich, so it's gonna be about 70 grams of protein for me, which is good. That's what I personally need. Some of you may only need the 1 sandwich, but everybody has their own different numbers and needs for the nutrition. But this is just to give you guys an idea on something super simple where you could stay extremely on track, get your fiber in, your nutrients, and also like not have it be like extremely highly processed. Like bread, obviously it's processed, but this for a deli meat is very high quality. So I always look at the ingredients, and you can make this stuff work. But if you do need to have less carbs with this, do only 1 slice of bread. If you need more fat, which this is very low fat, the cheese is basically the only fat source. There's a little bit in the meat, but if you need more fat, you could do an extra slice of cheese. You could do a little bit of like olive oil mayo. You could have some more nuts on the side. There's a lot of different ways that you can go about that. And if you need more protein, more meat. If you need less protein, less meat, or a lower protein bread, just adjust it based on your needs. And I always recommend tracking things in advance, so before you make them, or before, well, with this, you legit don't have to cook it at all. So it's super convenient. You can just make it as you go every single day without having it like pre-sorted into like a meal prep container. Cheers to you guys, to meal number 2. And I'll show you guys the last and final non-cooking meal prep recommendation that I have. You could always add lettuce and tomato too, but I just wanted to keep it as simple as possible. Moving on to my 3rd meal of the day that requires 0 cooking. I have not cooked a single thing today, and it feels fantastic. This one might require a little bit of a microwave. It's not required, I guess, but it might make this meal a little bit more enjoyable. And I do want to note that I went grocery shopping at HEB. And this was the first time I ever went there. So it's not like I had experience with the store and had an exact idea with what I was gonna get when I did go in there. But I figured it out, and I just wanted to make a video like this to prove that you can meal prep and can have healthy options, healthy enough options, even if you have literally zero time or if you didn't plan ahead at all. So what we got with this meal is some ready to eat meat, shredded chicken. It's a combination of white meat and dark meat. So per 3 ounces, there is 24 grams of protein and 4 grams of fat. So very high quality source of protein right there. And this is 1.5 pounds. It was $9 a pound compared to if you buy just plain raw chicken breast. That's typically, like, it depends on the store, $2.99 a pound if you get a good deal. I remember when it was $1.99 a pound at Walmart, which was glorious, but you pay for convenience sometimes. And if you're not planning ahead or you're not setting yourself up for success, sometimes it's okay to spend a little bit of extra money to stay on track. So that's our protein source here. For our carb source is just some rice. I've never seen this stuff before. It was $2 for this entire package. And there is 4 servings, 32 grams of carbs per serving. So 128 grams of carbs right here. So I'm gonna split this up into 2 different days because 64 grams of carbs from my main carb source is a good amount. And this stuff looks dang good. So I've never eaten it, but it doesn't say that you need to microwave it, but I'm just assuming that it's gonna taste better if it's microwaved. So that's my carb source. And then for fat and fiber and nutrients, we got these convenient salads. So this is the HEB brand of the sweet kale salad. I know there's what's the main brand? There's a main like salad brand of these kits. But this sweet kale, that's always my go-to. I just really like the flavor of it. And in this entire bag, 3.5 servings, so there's 14 grams of fat per serving. That is about 49 grams of fat in this whole bag. So I'm just gonna eat half of this to get me about 25 grams of fat. I'll get some fat from this chicken, but not a significant amount. So it's gonna be a little over 30 grams of fat, plenty of protein, well over 50 grams of protein from the rice and the chicken. There's some protein in here too, I guess. But yeah, simply gonna mix this up in the bowl, toss it around a little bit, and then I'm just gonna eyeball half of it. I'm gonna microwave this, so if you wanna consider that cooking, you can, but you don't legit need to. You can just mix these two together, eat them cold, and then just have this on the side as well. So those are my recommendations on meals for zero cook meal prep. There's always an option for you no matter what, and it all comes down to the further you get into your health and fitness and the more you grocery shop, the more you actually look at and understand labels, the easier it becomes to always be set up for success. In today's world, we literally have no excuse because the grocery stores make it so convenient with options like this. Things that are already cooked and made, like both of these were already prepped in advance. You pay for the convenience, but sometimes convenience outweighs anything else. So hopefully this helps. If you have any questions or if you have any recommendations on what you like to do for some meals that require zero cooking, let me know. I always love to hear new ideas and start to implement new things. So let me know. Comment down below. It could also help some of the other viewers. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Remember, you're never off track. There's always something you can do to support your health and fitness. So plan ahead and you'll be good to go.